Friends, I am A Pawan from ECE department. Today my topic is applications of numerical methods in regional uptake of inhaled material. Introduction: How human respiratory physiology and the transport phenomena associated with the inhaled airflow in the upper airway proceed to impact transmissions of SARS-CoV-2 leading to the initial infections stays an open question. An answer can help determine the susceptibility of an individual on explore to a COVID-19 carrier and can be provided a preliminary projection of the still unknown infections dose for the diseases. Severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2 has been identified as the causative agent of coronavirus disease 2019 that has inflicted a global pandemic with nearly millions confirmed infections and over 2.5 million deaths worldwide as of late February 2021. For details, what are the types? As is well known by now, transmission of respiratory infections that as COVID-19 occurs through carriage of parentheses bio droplets of different sizes produced during sneezing, coughing, singing, normal speech, and even breathing to accordingly. The means of person to person infection are projected to three ways: inhaled of virus, latent droplets emitted by an infection individual at close range B. Inhalation of vaporized droplet nuclei that can float in air for hours and contaminating the respirator mucosa through physical contact to external surface with droplets deposits sitting on them. While while is for short distance exposure to the COVID-19 carrier transmissions through modes and can happen over large distance and longer time scales. However, clustering trends of infection spread suggest that close range exposure through inhalation of respiratory ejecta from infected individuals is a critical determinant is worsening of the pandemic. Nasal airway geometries. Anatomically realistic nasal airway geometrics respectively depict the sciatic axis and coronal view of the computed tomography based nasal domain in anatomic reconstruction. One representative CT silence for AR1, therefore the green line in corresponds to the location of the sagittal selection shown in the orange line is corresponds to the location of the coronal section through indeed respectively depicted the sciatic axis and coronal view of the CT nasal domain in anatomic reconstruction. Representative CT slices for ER2. What entails an exposure? Follow-up questions might be have what exposure. A key component therein are the respiratory droplet size. One is exposed to coughing, sneezing, typically and general droplets with length scale of 0 to 102, 0 to 103 mu, while oral droplets ejected during normal speaking can range over 0.1 to 500 mu 3 to 7. Some of the completing environmental effect determining the flat of these droplets are the ambient temperature and humidity. Low relative humidity induces fast evaporation and shrinkage of the droplets, along with the size of the droplet that control its inertia and the gravitational force acting on it. Diagram of our nose. First diagram and second diagram. Let's see properly and observe the nozzle. Applications. Anatomically realistic nasal airway geometries respectively depict the sciatic axis and coronal view of the computed tomography based nasal domain in anatomic reconstruction. 1. Representative CT slices for AR1 therein the green line in D corresponds to the location of the statistical selection shown in E. The oral line in E corresponds to the location of the corner selection shown in D. F minus H respectively depict the statistical axial and cornal view of the CT based nasal domain in analytic reconstruction 2. Conclusion: representative CT slices for AR2 there in the green line in I corresponds to the location of the statistical selection shown in the orange line in J corresponds to the location of the corner selection shown in I. The digital reconstruction only consider the main nasal cavity and leave out the sinus appendages. Nasopharynx is marked in red on the top row. Graphic visual in A-C, F-H are generated using the software ICEM CFDF. The scan of DE and IJ are extracted from the image processing software Mimics Research 18.0 Materialize Plymouth Michigan. Thank you.